Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we got a treat. This is probably going to be one of my favorites since I started the channel. Before I let you guys know what we're getting into, I want to say thank you all. We got to 1,000 subscribers recently. I'm working on some logos, some branding. We're going to get some merchandise out. Really couldn't be where I am today without you guys and my community here on YouTube. All of the comments, all of the likes, those that follow on TikTok, it's been nothing but fantastic ever since I started. Couldn't be more appreciative. Obviously, the guy I'm shooting this video with today, Mr. Buddy Mountcastle, is the man behind the scenes. I appreciate it, man.
I love doing this. I love doing this. Come on.
Thank you for helping me, man. This has been a dream come true. Now we just got to get those watch hours up, but that'll come with time.
You know what we got to do? We got to become number one. Number one.
I'm ready.
All right, we got to become number one with content providers.
Video every night. All right, but to what we're doing today, I don't really like to take too long on the intros, so I just want to say thank you. We are going to be doing the IQ78U. For those that are local to me, that know me, one of my reputations is that I can only really bowl good with urethane, so the hell with it. Let's just throw it, right?
And that's something I don't ever throw.
So you're going to see two people that are really happy and really upset today. You're going to see two contrasting styles for sure with urethane.
Yes. Yes.
I think it's really conducive to helping me. Buddy sometimes might need it, sometimes might not, but we're going to kind of discuss as we go through what we're seeing as we throw the shots.
Now, we are bowling on the 2023 cheetah pattern.
Yeah, this is fresh.
So,
we haven't thrown any shots on this lane yet. We practiced on the other lane. I got my pitch black out here with me, so you guys can be able to tell the difference between the softness. They got the exact same surface on them, so I can't wait to see what differences and similarities we find out. Anyways, let's get to the bowling.
All right, man.
All right, starting with the 78U. This is a complete guess on where to have my feet, just based on where we were lined up in practice. So feet are around 13. Looks good to me. All right, so first shot, that was a complete guess, just based off of where I threw my few practice shots. That's what you look for in a urethane ball. Hook early, stop, get through the pins the right way. The fact that this one flares does give it a little bit more motion as it goes through the pins and the pin deck. So I think my carry percentage is gonna go up. I probably just jinxed it. I might leave another 20, 10 pins this video, but let's do another one just like that. And then maybe one more after that, just to see what consistencies we can find. And then we'll go to the pitch black. That's shot number 2. Feet on 13. It's a little in, and it held. All right, one more. I'm gonna move my eyes a little bit right. See if we can get this one to the drier part of the lane a little bit quicker. See if we can get it to set up. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so for my reactive IQ video, no, that was surreal. I love the way that ball went through the pins. One of the things you're gonna hear throughout all the IQ78U videos is that this one flares. It has a core in it, so the numbers in it are a little bit stronger. It's got that core in it to help combat the harder surface. So the harder surface means it leaves less of a footprint on the lane, which means, if you think about it with a sponge, right? The softer something is, the flatter it's gonna be able to sit on a surface. The harder something is, the less of a footprint it's gonna leave on whatever it's sitting on. So when you hear people say the word footprint, that's what that means. A 73 softness ball has a larger footprint, so it pulls more oil off the lane, which is why you tend to get this carry down, right? Because the larger the footprint, the more oil it pulls off the front of the lane and the more it drags down the lane. You're also going to get more carry down with a ball like the pitch black, because that larger footprint's going to help pull oil down the lane at a faster rate as well. So one of the things that people have been excited about with the 78U here is that maybe it won't have that big of, I don't want to necessarily say a negative effect on the lanes, but just it won't cause it to transition to what we're used to urethane causing as quick as it normally does. I know that sounded confusing, but if you go back and slow-mo it and make me go slow, it might actually make a little bit more sense. But we're gonna get Buddy out here now. He's gonna throw his. Like I said, I lined up around 13. If he wants to get around 13 too, we'll get him there so you guys can see similarities and differences between rev rates. They are, I think they're laid out pretty similar.
All right, folks, it's my turn. I can't guarantee I'm going to repeat what Scott just did, because, again, this is not my go-to ball, but I have thrown it quite a few times. I actually think it will make my arsenal, but keep in mind, see this little chamois here? This is a must for these urethane balls, especially with this ball. It flares a ton, but it holds a lot of oil. So if you're not getting the oil off, that ball is going to slide on you the second shot you throw it. So I'm going to be a much further right from where Scott was, and let me give it a shot and see what we can do. So I'm going to be standing right at 12 with my feet, and I'm going to be looking at about 4-5 at the arrows. Okay, so for me, that's my urethane hit. I don't have a lot of revs. I've got probably 150 less than Scott, but I can know that I can, move a little further right, get the ball a little more into the dry, and probably hit the pocket a little stronger. All right, I'm gonna move a little further right, and I'm gonna throw the ball, looking at about 3-4 with my eyes. Okay, so I moved right about 2 or 3 boards. I moved my eyes right about 2 or 3 boards to get a little further into the dry on this cheetah pattern. Now, in the older days, I wouldn't say older days, but even last year when we had the fast pitch, that was actually one of my favorite urethane balls, surprisingly enough. But I only ever used it on cheetah, and I was able to throw it pretty much over the 2 board, and I was able to be great with it. So right now, this IQ Tour 78 is kind of giving me a similar feel, but it's got a little more flare and a little more hook, and it's reading the lane a little earlier than what I found with the fast pitch. I'm gonna throw one more, see what we can do. All right, again, standing about 10 with my feet, and I'm looking about 4-5 at the arrows. Oh, there we go. Trip, 7-10. All right, that's enough on my roll. I'm gonna give it back to Scott, see what he can do, and see if we can keep this game going forward.
All right, going into trusty pitch black now. Now that Buddy mentioned we had the front 6 and I hadn't even looked up at the score yet, I'm nervous. So this shot might not be very good. It might get a few less than 10. Anyway, we're gonna kind of line up in the same spot. I might cheat a half left just because I really want to strike and see if we can bowl 300. But let's go ahead and throw Old Faithful down the lane and see what happens. Cheating a little left. Same thing, same spot on the lane. Oh, that's in the dryer. That's 8. All right, same spot. Oh, we like it. All right, so as Buddy's making his way out here, we're in the 10th frame of a perfect game with urethane right now. This is really exciting. If you can't see why you need it on a short pattern, I can kind of explain it to you. The main difference that I see between these 2 bowling balls is, and I'm gonna use a term that Francois Lavoie used. I watched him throw it in a video recently, and it was a great video, really long, extensive video where he kind of described everything he was seeing in every shot. Hook phase. So bowling balls go through phases as they go down the lane. The softer ball is going to have a quicker hook phase. That means as soon as it hits friction, it's going to stop, it's going to hook, and it's going to be done. What I see with bowling balls that flare is they have a longer hook phase. They start, they get to a new part of the ball, and they kind of continue. There's just a little bit more continuous motion to it. So it's not going to be as quick when it hooks, but it is going to be a little bit more of a rounder, predictable shape, whereas something like the pitch black is going to be immediate and then just kind of quit. Those shots didn't look like they quit because the way they went through the pins. But we're going to have Mr. Buddy here. I didn't even know if he was going to throw too many more shots, but I told him the pressure's too big for me right now. So we're going to pan up in a little bit, and you guys are going to see it's up to him. Hand off. No pressure whatsoever.
No pressure. I'm going to throw the first two, and I'm going to hand it back to Scott to throw the 12th one. Because, you know, hey, it's all on him. All right, I'm going to stick where I was at earlier. Keep my foot around 10, 11, and I'm looking about 4, 5 at the arrows, and just trying to keep it on the lane. Oh, I choked. Sorry, Scott.
No, we're good. I'm the happiest guy in the world.
Well, when you throw it like dirt, that's what you get. I pulled on that. All right, well, we got to finish the game strong. So let's pick up the spare. Scott, throw the 12th ball.
We got it. All right. Last shot of the game. And then I'm going to go into a little bit more of a descriptive stance here at the end rather than just keep throwing shots for you guys to see. So same spot I was at with the pitch black. Okay. So Buddy, if you want to come on out here, we'll wrap things up. We'll try and get a picture of the score.
Again, that's why he's going to the RPI next month and I'm back home.
If the shots look like that, I know where to put my money when I get out there. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to discuss more than anything was making sure that everybody that watches these videos, because I do read the comments, I'm one of the few people out there that as soon as a comment's posted, I'm like, boom, click on it.
I answer every one of my comments.
Instantly. One of the things I noticed is that I think a lot of people are a little bit confused on when to use urethane, the purpose of this ball even coming out, and so on and so forth. So one of the questions I wanted to clear up was you don't have to get this ball if you are not a PBA member and bowling a PBA event. You can throw any of the other urethane bowling balls. So the fact that we're showing this new release to you is simply just to show you another option. It's not something you have to go to.
Correct.
When I mention that this is something that I'm going to have to go to in the future of the PBA, it's not because it's necessarily the best option. It's literally my only urethane option right now.
Correct.
Especially being a Storm staff member. So I'm going to have to drill quite a few of these with different surfaces and different layouts to help me navigate different patterns. This isn't going to work on everything. Whereas you, back home, you might hit a chameleon pattern, you might hit a cheetah pattern, you might hit a scorpion, you might hit a viper. And you might have a different urethane ball that's going to work on all these, and the pitch blacks and the fast pitches, and the one by that other company might be good for you.
Something purple.
Those might be great for you. So when you watch these videos and you go and leave comments, just make sure that you understand that we know that this isn't necessarily mandatory for everybody, but if you are looking for a different shape, something that has a little bit of flair and normal urethane isn't great for you, this might be a great option.
Yeah, absolutely.
Buddy's first 3 shots were fantastic, and this is somebody that I talk to all the time that just, I'm not a big urethane guy.
Nope.
And his first 3 shots, he kicked the 10 out late, one went through the pins and split the 8-9. The one that was in the 10th frame that was left, that still even almost held.
Yeah,
like,
it did.
It kind of sat there for a minute.
That's what I was going to mention was even though I missed left, the ball didn't overreact like reactive would have and go through the nose or go left of it and everything. So, but what I wanted to point out was for those who do want to get a urethane ball and they've never had success with the pitch black, I believe that says IQ Tour 78 is going to give them that option to be successful with a urethane ball. There are those who bowl in local tournaments, they bowl in their tournaments around the state in difficult, challenging patterns where people are throwing urethane, and a lot of people say, well, I just can't throw urethane. I think this is a ball that's going to give that amateur bowler who's looking to compete and have a little upper edge, this ball is going to give it to him because it has that flair and it reads the lane so well.
I agree completely. And one of the things that I also see in comments that we need to touch on here is there's a lot of people that discuss throwing urethane on house patterns. And that's like a big cardinal sin. If you know what I'm talking about, you're familiar with people saying that urethane blends wet dry. That's actually does the opposite. It accentuates it. Anything with oil in the middle makes it go an extra 90 feet. And as soon as it hits the dry, it doesn't blend it out, it takes off. Right. So wet dry is not what you want to be using urethane for. But the one thing I will say is that this is going to be one of the straighter options in the urethane family if you were to bring some of the surface up.
Correct.
I just bowled a tournament locally. Just a really quick little story here. If you watched me throw this on Charles's channel, you'll see that I put mine down to 180, 360. He put his down to 180 and 360, and it looked great. So I just bowled a local tournament about an hour north here in a place called Green Acres, and we had our little end of the year tournament. And I didn't necessarily want to throw mine because I'm kind of saving it for the tournaments at the end of the year here, especially the national ones. And PBA 50 Senior Bowler of the Year, John Janowitz, was in attendance. And I was doing pretty well with my fast pitch and my pitch black, and a few of the other guys on the pair were doing really well. And JJ took a look over, and I see him put his IQ 78U on the rack. And I see him start the next game off, which he wasn't really scoring the way we were. Spare, double, spare, 5-bagger. And he's just crushing it. And I go up to him and I'm like, you got that one around what? You brought the surface down? And he tells me 3,000 grit.
But we're talking JJ here now.
And but he's playing the twig.
Yeah.
So the point that I was trying to make is that I feel this ball's going to be very versatile because of that flare. The layouts are going to make a huge difference. You can reduce or add flare, whereas when you throw something like a pitch black or a fast pitch,
correct,
it's just not going to flare,
no.
Right? So you can try and add as much as you want, but it's just not really able to. We got Tony Levance from a Bowler's Edge Pro Shop walking by. So I think when you watch these videos, it's just important to keep in mind it's not mandatory, but it is a fantastic option if you're looking for versatility, not just in drill patterns, but the reason I brought that story up, I don't think I've ever had a urethane ball at 3,000.
No,
and
no, normally they're 500 or less.
Usually it's 3 digits. So to see him put his at 4 digits, square up, and it still pack a punch down the lane, I was very impressed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a urethane user, just never have been. Well, I can't say never. When I was younger and that's all we had, I was really good with it. For some reason, urethane went away from me and just never became a ball that I could put in my hand. And I'm very happy to see that I put this ball in my hand, and I actually bowled well it on Doe Ballard, 36-foot pattern.
I remember.
I know I can throw the ball well here on Cheetah with this pattern, or with this ball. I'm happy. I can actually, as a low rev, I'm not low rev, but a medium rev, and I can put this ball in my hand, and I feel I can be successful with it.
It's a great option. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, we answer comments as soon as you guys send them. I get the notification and I pop on.
Yeah, we got nothing better to do.
So, well, I should be teaching half the time. So if you could subscribe, we're over 1,000. If you could get that watch time up, put this on repeat. I don't know how the watch time works, but
I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get there at 1,000. Bowling with Buddy. You know, we're getting there.
You owe me a soda, but this guy's the best. Go and support his channel as well, Bowling with Buddy. He's got some new videos coming out as well. As always, guys, bowl up a storm. Keep an eye out for the RPI stuff. If you don't subscribe, subscribe. I'm going to be doing some vlogs while I'm out there recording some videos. Might post them as shorts, might post an entire vlog video. Who knows? Haven't decided what I'm doing. But follow, subscribe, click the bell button, like the videos, comment, do all that good stuff, and I'll be sure to keep in touch. As always, thank you. This has been Buddy, Scott, bowl up a storm, guys.
See ya.